Hey, this is Lights, and you're watching Best Fan.
What's going on, guys? You're watching BestFan TV, and today I'm so excited to be here with Lights. How's it going?
It's going good. Thanks for having me here.
Now, last night I figured because I'm interviewing you today, me and my mom went to Sneaky D's and we had Cactus in the Valley nachos. I don't know if you can still smell my nacho breath right now, but it was amazing.
Yeah, did you enjoy it? It's super spicy, but it's the best comfort food ever.
Yeah. Now, I didn't realize that it could feed literally a city. So I had that entirely to myself. So I brought home like a huge styrofoam container. Yeah, so after this interview, I'm definitely going home and having some more. But they were really good. Very, very good. I think you made it when you have nachos at Sneaky D's. Like that's the threat.
Seriously, it was a big day for me getting my own nachos there. I've been going to Sneaky D's for years. I've lived in Toronto for 8 years. Actually, just moved away from Toronto, but I feel like Toronto's home every time I come here now. And Sneaky D's best Caesars, best nachos, I think, in Toronto. And a couple years ago, they sat down and made a collabo plate with me, and it was like, I can die now. I mean,
so you made that yourself, eh?
Well,
did they just give it?
No, their cooks are far better than I could ever be, and they know how to make nachos. That's why it's Sneaky D's, right? So they had all these options, and we all kind of mix and match the flavors that we liked, and came up with the plate that it is now. But I can't take the credit for the recipe because I can't cook like that. That's Sneaky D's.
It's been a big year for you too.
Yeah, no, it's been an insane few years, and it's just kind of interesting now sitting here, knowing that the last time I put out new stuff was 3 years ago. Just about 3 years ago. And then I think about all the things that have happened in the last 3 years. It's just been insane.
You've matured a lot, eh?
I feel like I've just grown in so many ways, and my outlook on life has evolved and better. I mean, that's the point of life. I think you're always improving and always trying to enjoy things a little bit more. And that's kind of what the record became all about, is I went through some hard kind of writer's block situations, and I didn't know what was going to happen, and then I found out I was going to have a baby, and it was you start to look at things a little bit differently, and you have to really decide at that point if you want to take this path or this one, and you don't know if you'll be able to continue doing the one that you want, or do you still want it. So it took a lot of soul searching in the last couple of years, but in the thick of all that, I really found my passion again for making music, and it was when you're this close to feeling like it could all be gone, that's when you realize you want it the most. And by the time I was in the studio recording the album earlier this year in January and February, it was I was having so much fun, to the point where, I had my baby and was back in the studio 3 days later, because it wasn't a job where
in a wheelchair,
time off. No, seriously, I was just ugh. But it's not a job you don't really like that you just can't wait to take time off of it. It was I couldn't wait to get back in there and keep going, because I was having so much fun at that point making the album,
Okay, what would be your favorite part of Toronto? I think mine would be Kensington. Is that I know that was your first show. Does that kind of have a little place in your heart, Kensington?
Kensington's always had a little place in my heart. I think when I first moved to Toronto, I lived sort of in the more Bayview Eglinton area. And that was because I moved literally right down the road from my publishers, because aside from them and Gian, I didn't know anyone else. Gian, my manager, who's been managing for 12 years. I didn't know anyone else in the city, so I moved to where I knew my publishers, and I wrote every day. And then I moved to the Annex and spent a lot of time in Kensington Market and that area. And that was one of the funnest years ever. I mean, there's so much going on around there, and I would go and get empanadas. There's little Mexican markets and stuff there, and a dried fruit stand, and I had dried pineapples every day. I just have great memories. And Global Cheese is this cheese store, and I'm a huge cheese fan. So that's in Kensington Market too. All these vintage places. It's one of the recommended places for sure in Toronto. And
seeing that we're best fan, what are you a best fan of?
I'm a best fan of a lot of things.
Cheese
for sure. White Zinfandel, the girliest wine ever.
My mom actually ordered wine from Sneaky D's last night, and I think I went to her, I was like, Mom, you're so out of place right now.
I love your mom. And I love video games. I think right now I'm finishing up Assassin's Creed 4, and that was an awesome experience. And back into Final Fantasy 13-2, and kind of wanted to get started on Lightning Returns, which I'm a huge fan of Lightning. So.
Wow. Well, yeah, no, thank you for joining me for this interview. This was awesome.
Of course.
Yeah. For more exclusive interviews, check out www.bestfan.com.
Everyone here is ready to go. It's been a hard year with nothing to show.